Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Oh Heck Nah, a Naked and Afraid podcast. Get ready to have some fun with Malu Beyonce and Debbie V, the armchair survivors that know nothing about surviving, but yet each week we give you tips on how to get on the show, critique the survivalists, and give you a little bit of our inside information. And sometimes we even talk with actual survivalists from the show. So get in your boma and let's have some fun. Hey everybody, it's Malu and
Me in the house.
And we in the house, and we are so excited about this week's recording, this week's episode. These guys, the Sausage Fest.
Sausage Fest.
It was wonderful.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Did you like it?
I loved it. People were texting me and saying, they were crying during the show and it was really emotional. And I hadn't seen it all yet, and I was like, okay, whatever, because I never cry. I never cry during these episodes. I get close, but I didn't cry. Did you cry?
I did. I got a little, well, per se, yeah. It was very emotional. A lot of episodes that, we've gone through or that I've seen on my own. I mean, this hit every emotion. Every emotion.
Well, that's every emotion. Wow. I'm going to say that this is probably my favorite episode. It's in my top 3.
Nah, really?
Yeah, it's in my top 3. So I'm really super excited about it. But remember, we're going to give tips on how to get on the show at the beginning of our podcast. So let's talk about that really fast. This was redemption. So that means that everybody that was on the show had already been on the show before. So should we give tips on how to get back, or should we give tips on how to get on? I say how to get on. Okay, so again, this is happening more and more. I know for a fact that Chris did not apply for the show. They contacted him from his outdoor channel.
Oh, yeah.
So, my advice to everybody who has an outdoor channel or a survival channel, just keep it up, keep posting. The first time me and Debbie did a podcast, nobody listened. We had like 3 people listen, and I'm sure that was our family. And it says, the rule of thumb is it takes 6 months to get, a good amount of followers.
Yeah.
So if you have a channel and you want to be on Naked and Afraid, submit to the show, but also keep that channel up. That's my advice today. Keep your channel going. Even if you don't have any followers, it doesn't matter if it's not good. Your first video is not going to be good. Just keep doing it every week and you'll eventually get better.
Yeah.
And you'll get more subscribers.
Be consistent.
Be consistent, yes. So let's get into the intro of the show. Debbie called me up and she was like, I saw a tease of Anthony and Danny meeting. It was so cute. And I was like, Debbie, you're ruining the show for me. I don't do the teases.
I can't take it anymore. Yeah.
So tell me about their, awkward meeting.
In the tease, or Andrew and...
Hang on.
Which one?
The meeting in the show was the same as the tease, Debbie.
Oh. Well, the 2 of them, what couple, all 4 of them. There was just so much going on. So.
Okay, so tell me what you thought about Anthony and Anthony's intro, or to his partner, Danny.
Oh my gosh, too, that was funny. So everybody was expecting women. They seemed both very uncomfortable at the very moment, like, and they expressed it both. But I think, too, even with the other couple, everybody hit it off, like, really good. You know what I mean? Like, they connected, okay, and they got over it really fast. Okay, a bunch of men, okay. Two men. We could do this. And I think it was...
Wait. We're not going to skip over what Anthony said about the Swedish bikini models, are we?
Oh, no. Well, that's when they all met up. All 4 of them.
Was it when they all met up?
Yeah, that's when...
Oh, because they thought they were still going to get girls.
Yeah, when the 2 were going to meet the other 2. And he's like, hopefully... Anthony says, hopefully, it's Swedish bikini models coming our way.
Oh, that's what he wanted. He was tired of seeing his partner. He was like, let's bring in some girls.
Like it is not.
Well, we all know that girls run the world and that we run things. So I could understand them wanting to see girls, but I know they were super happy with their partners because they all loved each other. It was so obvious,
Yeah.
right?
Everything clicked good, and they got over it real fast. You know, okay, two men. You know, and I think it was even better for the show as far as like the redemption and getting things done, and you know, I think even Andrew said one time and he yells, "It's bringing out the man in me." He's so cute. It was funny.
Oh my gosh, he's amazing. Yeah. So in the opening, he had on the suspenders and he looked fabulous in his underwear. Let's talk about his underwear. It was a floral print, and I was like,
Yeah.
Andrew's looking good. There ain't nothing shady about Andrew in those underwear. Yeah. So it was really great. He looked good. I was so happy to see him back. Chris is always a warrior. I mean, he just looks like he could beat somebody up, and he's always carrying around a machete. He's a bad A looking guy, right?
Yeah, ready to go. He was ready to go too. Like, let's do it. Mm-hmm.
And his speaking voice is also very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he was.
They're all very.
He was
good.
excited too, and I know one of them was like, I recognize him from somewhere. Like they recognized, you know, each other at first. They were like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. So yeah, very exciting right from the beginning, I think.
Well, before I started doing this podcast, I was not a super fan. And I think anybody who's listening to this podcast who stumbled upon it because you like the show, you should really start looking at some of the fan groups. It is a big community.
Yes.
It's full of love, and it's crazy how big the community is. Speaking of that, I just want to show everybody real fast. I know you can't see it if you're listening, but look what we got today.
Oh, yeah. Autographs.
Our first autographed. Yay.
Nice.
So we're going to start soliciting for more autographs. Everybody, send us an autograph. This is super cool. This is from Tara Short, who is on Solo, which we will be talking about in a little bit. But so everybody got to meet each other. Everybody was happy. I do want to point out that when Andrew first got naked and he was walking, they showed his backside, and I could see that outline of the tattoo again. But then later on in the show, it was gone. I don't know what's going on. I'm telling you, Andrew Shade's back tattoo is really shady. I don't know if they're covering it up. I don't know, but I'm got another conspiracy theory.
Right, and we never found out if it was a tattoo or not, did we?
No, but next time we interview him, we are going to find out what is going on with this reappearing, disappearing tattoo, because it's driving me crazy. I would ask Chris. I know Chris knows, but I think we're going to be interviewing him soon. And I know that we're interviewing Andrew, which is great. So we got a lot going on here. So let's get more down to the meat of the show.
Okay.
The meat of it. What happened? Why do you think Andrew started to break down?
Really? You're just going to go there right away?
I'm going there right away. It's the best part of the show. It was heartbreaking. That's what touched you.
I don't know. They were in... He was there before. It was Africa. I don't know. I didn't even see anything from the beginning. Like, oh, okay, he's winded. He's tired, more than usual. But he was still getting out there. Maybe like they didn't have food for a couple days. Actually, I don't know what day it was that they got the snake. Tried to go fishing. I think both of them got snakes too at the beginning. Didn't they?
Well, yes, and I don't know what was wrong with Andrew because it's all up here. Because Andrew is freaking fabulous, and I think he put so much pressure. And I think this happens on every redemption. There was so much pressure that he put on himself. Now, I've only talked to Andrew a couple times, but I believe he put all that pressure on himself. And I know for a fact that he's going to record with us. So I'm going to save most of everything I have to say to him, but I did write an article. I used to be a professional newspaper writer and a TV reporter, and I did write an article. It's Oh Heck Nah Pod blog. So if you go look it up, listen to it, because the way that Chris hugged Andrew the first time, it's changing the world. That is some man love going on right there, and there's nothing wrong with two naked men hugging each other.
Yeah, right off the bat. That was, again, another emotion. Like, can't take it anymore. No. But yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know if it was the water. Like I didn't see. They didn't show like boiling water kind of thing. I didn't know if he was dehydrated. I think they do mention it, but just lack of not eating, and it seemed like he got wore out really fast. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think he was just emotionally drained. We'll have to find out. We'll have to find out from him because only he knows. We don't want to speculate too much. But I say that, then I'm gonna throw some speculation in there. So the last time we had Andrew on, I was talking. I was like, "Yes, I know you're gonna kill it." Bah bah bah. Over dramatic, as I always am. And when we were interviewing him, his face went from smiling to like. And I was like, did I offend him? And I noticed it immediately. I was like, did I offend him? Did I say something wrong?
Oh, he did.
And
he was
you
like,
know what it was, Debbie.
Yeah, because he knew.
He knew that he had talent.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're changing the world. Get over that. You changed my world. You're changing so many people's worlds and touching their lives. And he has so much to be proud of. So we're going to stop focusing on Andrew's tap. He tapped out. I was devastated. You were devastated. But what's funny is when my emotions were kind of opposite of yours, Debbie, I was filled with hope.
Yeah. When
I saw that he tapped, I wasn't sad for him. I was like, God, he's accomplished so much. This is so beautiful. Like, I thought it was, of course I don't want him to tap, but I just thought, and I also think that, God, I keep saying I'm not going to speculate. I think he felt like he was letting them down and he wanted to get out. Mm-hmm. That's what I feel like. He was like, I'm not doing... I'm not catching anything with my bow. I'm dragging them down, which
no,
he wasn't.
I didn't see it that way. Mm-mm.
It's all up here.
And it must be tough to try to, keep it up here and stay in that mentality of, try not to think about it or try not to think about this or that or, you got nothing else to do but to think, those things.
But to think, right?
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, and then right away. His partner, just gives the hope back, to the fans, to the people watching. Like, I want to do this for him, and we're gonna make it. Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps. It was great.
So let's talk about the other two guys, Danny and Anthony. They had an instant bond too. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was just like so beautiful. Their bromance going on. I know that the show didn't show as much that was really going on behind the scenes because I know they were cutting up like crazy. Yeah. So who was your favorite off the four?
Oh, man.
Okay, let's take Andrew because we both know Andrew's our favorite. Let's not even. I love you other guys, but we love Andrew. So out of the other three, who were your favorite?
I liked them all. They all brought something.
You gotta choose one.
Oh my gosh. Well, there was the shooter. I guess I just love. Yeah. I love something about every one of them.
Oh my gosh, Debbie.
I can't pinpoint one. Let me see. Nope, can't do it.
Okay, I'm gonna pick one. I'm not afraid to pick one. I'm gonna pick Anthony because of his first challenge where he shed a tear over his daughter.
Oh.
Something about a big old man crying, even though Chris cried too. But I'm choosing Anthony as my favorite. He was just, something about him just touched me. He was a little afraid of the hippos, which kind of,
yeah.
I was like, I kind of made fun of him for that. It seems like he was overly worried about the hippos. There's another episode where a girl's actually in the water fishing next to hippos.
Oh my goodness, really? Holy cow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that was, so I thought it was kind of cute about that. And I also think how dirty his face was. I don't know. I'm starting to get attracted to guys with dirt on their face, which is really crazy.
They're dirty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was all dirty, so Anthony was my favorite. I love the tower, the smoke tower, the pizza tower that they made.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's some talent.
Some talent there.
Oh, a man that can feed me, a man that can cook.
Right.
Oh, you my favorite. So he's the cooker. He's my favorite.
Yeah. That was good. Well, there's someone who caught the meat. Someone
Danny?
named Hope. Yeah. Oh my God. Danny had me cracking up too. He was singing Wayne's World. I don't know if you caught that. He was singing.
Yes.
Or even when Anthony's like, "Hey!" or like the hippos. Oh my gosh. And it was.
He's like, "Isn't it He was so chill about it. He was like,
Yeah,
I see the hippo.
Is it an emergency? Yeah. They were great. They were great.
Now, Chris. Okay, so Chris, I think, is on the right path for legend status. He's going to have to go out and do another show. He's probably going to have to do an XL. But he is ready to go. I can tell you, he's ready to go.
I think with him, he never had no doubt. No, I think with all of them, like no, we're not gonna make it kind of thought. Like they always just kept chugging like, why we're here for redemption, and we're not gonna give up. And they never let it show. I never seen it once let it show.
Well, I'm not there, but don't you have something to put on in honor of my man, Anthony? Debbie. Okay, well, listen, let me just tell you. You go ahead and do what you're supposed to be doing. I'm going to talk to them. We don't practice beforehand. The one
live.
thing we practiced today is the one time we practiced something before. And she acts like she has no clue what I'm talking about.
So
put them on,
okay,
Debbie.
So I work in a doctor's office, and I'm like, hey, I seen these right away, and I thought of the boys, and I thought, okay, one I think is Irish, one wears suspenders, and I had them on earlier to fix them for work. You see them? They're suspenders for St. Patrick's Day, and I was like,
and Andrew.
And Andrew, yeah. So they were for my boys. And I thought, okay. And then we were like, no, I better not. I'll take them off. And then she calls me out.
the one thing we planned, she totally spazzes out.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what you got in that coffee cup, girl, but I think I want some.
Gotta put a little something in there. But yes, for you guys also. Yeah. Awesome.
It was an awesome show. I have no complaints. That was the biggest kill in Naked and Afraid's history.
Yeah, I heard that.
That was the biggest kill. And Danny got it by luck and skill. I don't know. I call him the lucky bastard. Like, all the guys were giving him a hard time. I mean, that's amazing that he killed it. And he did it so clean and so right. And he got emotional when he was, like, rubbing the animals, it was just beautiful. Everything about this was freaking beautiful. I don't understand why they didn't make this a 2-part series.
Right, or
I know we're missing out on a lot of crap.
Or 1 or like 2 episodes, is that what you mean? Yeah, or longer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been good too. Great show. It was a great show. How are they going to top that? Now I'm eager to see the next episode.
Oh, I am. I don't know how they're going to top it. It's just, but like you said, some people like controversy, and there was absolutely zero controversy in this episode. I stand corrected. The bromance was as strong. Team Sausage Fest was as strong as Team Silly.
Mm-hmm.
So I stand corrected. This true love does happen more often than not.
Yeah.
Like, I can totally say these guys are going to be friends for life. They're going to be godfathers to their kids. I mean, you can just tell.
You can, and you can see that they have something out there. Even Andrew was there, 9 days? Or was it 13 days? 1 day past his last challenge. And just in that time, they feel like there's a bond there, that you can't find, just in a regular bromance, it's something special that they go through out there. That's what I see.
And it happens so fast. Like, they loved each other, like, from day one. Okay, let's talk about the scary parts. All the animals that were trying to get our men.
Oh my gosh. And I thought that right away. I'm like, oh, that's a nice open pond, or whatever you want to call it. All the animals they were showing, that they're all going to come around there. The hyenas, around the hyenas that came to the boma? or attack, was it hyenas? Yes, it was hyenas. It was scary too. I thought, oh my, what if something got in there? And they went the next day. Good thing that place had lots of
They would
thorns.
die,
Yeah,
Debbie.
of course. They would die. But that was so smart of the, thank God there's lots of thorns there, they said. Oh my goodness. I was starting to sweat and...
I think that this is definitely the top 10 for me of too many animals too close to the derm bone.
And then with the editing, how did you think that went? Anything
it was
seen
it was
too?
all over the place.
Yeah.
Besides, I couldn't stop focusing on Andrew's behind, as always. Like, I focused on his behind the first episode. I'm focusing on his behind the second episode. But yet, I fall in love with his heart. So, yeah. I mean, the editing was very choppy. Oh, there was a little salt in the episode.
What do you mean?
Did you notice? You didn't notice?
Salt.
When Anthony was, like, talking about his prior partner.
Oh, is there some shade in there? Is that what you mean?
There was a little shade in there.
What do you say?
And just a little shade. But I just want to put out there that Suzanne, when she's on Solo, and she spread a little salt too on her prior partner, Seth. So there's a little shade going on. So it's not a love fest between those three for sure. And I actually did a special episode with Seth. If you haven't listened to it,
check it out.
There is a special episode right now. Go check it out. I did an interview with Seth. He talks about his past, challenges and challenges that he faced after the episode. And I really call him out.
Great episode.
I could tell. I could tell by talking to him he was trying to say the right thing. And I give you credit for trying to say the right thing, Seth. However, you just got to really own up to what you've done in the past and put yourself out there. I kept telling him to be vulnerable on the podcast. When you screw up, you got to stand up,
right,
admit it, and then apologize. And I think that's for everybody. So, but like Anthony said, what I really like, sometimes people just are oil and water. They don't really mix well together, and that's to be expected. No big deal. Mm-hmm. Wait, we're not going to give any of those secrets away, Debbie. Okay. We have the interview with Andrew coming up next. I know you want to hear it. He gives away a lot of dirt, and he looks really good clean. But he also looks good dirty. I'm just telling you, you got to stay tuned. Try to watch the podcast on YouTube, Facebook, or Spotify video podcast because you're not going to want to miss Andrew. Anthony.
So, yeah, it's hard to keep him straight.
It's hard to keep him straight. There was 4 guys in the Boma. We're going to get out of here, but 4 guys in the Boma, I would not have kicked any of them out of my Boma for eating crackers. So,
yeah,
it's a sausage fest, and I loved it.
4 sausages. That's what we were saying.
We talk way too much about sausage and penis on this show. I don't know.
Somebody
do.
called while I was watching TV, and I'm like, no, I can't talk right now. There's 4 sausages on the TV. I was like, what? And I'm like, no. I'll tell him to call me back later. Really.
All right, so make sure you stay tuned for our interview with Anthony coming up next. And make sure you please like and subscribe to the podcast. Give us some love.
Yes.
We do this as fans, but we do a lot of work. So just follow, subscribe, do all that good stuff. You know you want to.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So, yes. Like and share.
Like and share, like and share. All right, well, we're out. Love you.
Peace out.
Peace out. We really got to work on our exits. Let's try that again. We're still recording, but let's try that again. Let's do it the anchor style. Maybe we need to do some, we just should have a theme. So we're going to do it anchor style.
This is Deborah Vias.
And I'm Malu Beyonce.
And we will see you on Naked and Afraid Sunday.
You're not going to see me on Naked and Afraid. You're going to see me on this podcast. We're out. We love you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. We got to go. That's funny.
Hey everybody, it's Malu Beyonce here, and we have another special guest. I have a lot of nicknames for him, which I probably shouldn't say on the air, but let me just tell you, when he got on the camera, I was like, Dang, he looks good. And you do look very good, Anthony. Thank you so much for joining us.
I
Yes.
appreciate that. And
Thank
thank you for
you.
having me.
You look so much better with your face clean. I just have to tell you that.
Yeah, yeah.
No
That
mud.
was a special kind of dirt that just wouldn't come off either. So,
Yeah. One more thing, which is going to sound weird, and
Right.
I don't care because it's been a fingers kind of thing, this season. If I ever get to meet you, I'm definitely going to smell your hands because that snake, he said it smelled so bad. So when I smell your fingers, don't think I'm weird.
right. Luckily, that all came off, but yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, I'm going to have to be the judge of that. Go ahead, Debbie. You have anything you want to say to Anthony?
Well, welcome for fitting us in your busy schedule. Yeah, had a lot going on this
Yeah,
week.
there's still a lot going on. I'm going to do a watch party here locally this Saturday. I wanted to be prepared for
Oh,
the Q&As, right? Like to actually know what was happening. And as you guys know, we don't see it till everybody else sees it. So I didn't want to be kind of on my heels going, oh, wait a minute, or misspeak or anything. So I thought, let's actually see the show, know what was left out, what wasn't, have time to reflect on it, and then talk with people. So we're going to do our watch party Q&A this Saturday.
Wonderful. Well, let me ask you a question. I was
nice.
disappointed because I know there was so much more that was epic out there. Are you disappointed?
I'm not disappointed. I think everybody mostly looked good. And with these, it's still a show, so there's still a narrative that has to be followed. And I understand that. So everybody kind of falls into a character, whether they plan to or not. And the characters were fairly accurate. The only thing that disappointed me is it kind of led you to believe maybe that Andrew was sort of weak, and that wasn't the case at all. He did things, epic things before we met, when we met. His spirit and his level of optimism and his smile, of course, that everybody talks about, was infectious, and it was that way for a larger portion. I remember far more of that about him than I remember him being upset or down and depressed. So I wish they'd shown him in a better light, and you guys got to see him the way we saw him.
Yeah, poor Andrew. But you know what? I know that he's happy,
Yeah.
with being on the show again. And, I think he's slowly changing the world. Everybody loves him. And you're getting to become, lovable and rememberable and epic, too. I see you got your shirt on. Are you ready to go out there
Can I,
again?
can I say that? Can I explain
Yes.
that? Yeah, that's So
Yeah.
the axe is my axe. The bow or the arrow is Andrew's arrow, and the knife is Chris's knife. And if you can see it, Danny's hook from the fishing line and hook that he brought is inside the baboon skull. We had found a baboon skull at the second location and just tied that all together. So this is everything from that experience
Who
and the
designed
logo.
that?
Liana Soames was one of the not rangers, but like one of the guides out there for that area. And turns out she's a phenomenal artist as well. So all she did is I kind of went, hey, see these things? I would love to have this kind of like this image for my survival logo. And she took photos of everything, took it back to the tent where she was at, and inside the tent broke this out and brought it back, and amazing.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
Talent.
amazing.
Can't
Just
stand
like
her.
that.
hours
But go
later
ahead
came
and
out
send
with
us
it.
her information so we can give her some props in the show. But I still can't stand her. Oh, talent. Can't stand her. I'm so jealous.
Right.
Talent.
Well, oh, I'm going to have to leave the
Awesome
camera
shirt.
for a surprise because I totally spazzed out, which I can do because I was so excited. So I'm going to let Debbie ask you a question. I'm going to pop out for a second, and I will be listening. So don't talk bad about me because I'll hear y'all. I'll be right back.
But no, we know what you're talking about because we've spoken with Andrew also, and just know the spirit you're talking about.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing, and it was heartfelt also, but we know that's really not the way his
Yeah,
spirit is either. So yeah, we know
it was
exactly what you're
great for
talking
the show.
about.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for on Discovery's end, totally understand that. Just yeah, it's very people that know him know very high spirited person and nothing but positive things to say about Andrew. And he was a great asset to us the short time we were all together.
Well, everybody got to pay their bills, right?
Yeah,
Discovery
we
has
love
to
him.
pay their bills. I got to pay my bills. So I
Right?
know what you're saying. Keeps the show running.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
So
Right.
I have something for you, and this
What do
I got
you
something for
got?
Anthony, and this is from his first appearance, and
Ah,
I fell in love with you, and I got something for you. We're gonna have to figure out how to get it to you, but it's a camping set for Kinsey. Let's
oh,
get her
that's
started early.
fantastic. Oh, well, she's going to love this because she
How
has been on me and we're supposed to do it. It just got cold here again. Uh, so as soon as it warms up again, she is determined that we're going to go do Naked and Afraid together, but with
Oh.
clothes on and probably with a sleeping bag because, I don't know if I really want to. And if we could bring some food just in case. And so we're gonna go camping, but we're gonna take our shoes off while we camp.
Well, you can well, she can practice with her dolls,
Oh,
and it even has like a little
cute.
s'more. That's what got me because if I go camping, I'm not gonna be naked. I'm not gonna be afraid, and a girl's gonna be eating. So yeah, I wanted to give this to
oh,
Kinsey
well,
because you really touched me your first episode.
I love that. Can I do something real quick?
Yes.
Kinsey, come here. So now we put a face to the name.
Oh my
No,
God.
not the dog. Scoot up here real quick and say hello to everybody.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. Hello.
Hi.
How old are you now? Like what, 9?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So do you still play with stuff? Because I got
Oh,
you
well,
my
let's-
life camping set. My daughter's 9 and she still plays with it. You're a little bit older than I thought. You got on the camera. I was like, dang, she old, but you are cute as can be. Oh, so it's Rudy. What was it? Nudie Rudy.
Yeah.
You're famous, Kinsey. Nudie Rudy. I mean, it's cute as can be.
Yep, absolutely. That's my angel. That's my everything.
Oh, well, she's older than what I thought. So,
she's beautiful.
but
Yeah,
she.
she's older than I want to think, man. Like I'm like you fit my hand once
Mhm.
upon a time, and now you're nearly 5 feet tall, and it's crazy.
Did she make you soft?
Yeah, they grow so fast.
What's that?
Did she make you soft?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was a completely different person. So I was one of those people, and we've all heard this from people. They're like, "Well, I'm not meant to be a dad. I don't want to be a dad. No kids for me. Ooh, diapers. Oh, it's disgusting. Who needs that? A dog is enough. I'm good, right?" So,
A dog.
when this happened, yeah, I was like, okay, well, I guess this is happening. And without getting too mushy, I didn't come from the best background, and I wasn't going to be that type of dad, that absentee dad, or anything. So yeah, we were there, and she popped out. I was worried, I guess is what I'm saying. I was worried about what type of dad I could be because you don't have a role model to say, okay, well, this is how you're supposed to be. So what's going to happen? So, but she came out and they put her in my hands, and I never let go since. And it definitely, with her
Yeah.
and with life, it made me a softer person. Now, if anybody ever thinks of bringing her home, they're going to see the bad man.
I got your back. I got your back.
So,
We got your
yeah.
back. The Latinos
Yeah.
have your back.
Yeah.
So we're crazy. So no, but I think that's very important what you just said because you're changing the world too. Because I wrote an article about
Right.
the hug that you gave Andrew at the end. In the
Mhm.
beginning of the show, you were like, I got a dude. I've never hung around naked dudes. And by the end of it, you're hugging a naked dude. And I was like, my heart, yeah, that was
Bring it
great.
in.
I mean, you're changing the world. You realize that, right?
Right. Yeah, in some small way, maybe. I hope.
Yeah, an important way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just such a great group of guys to be with. So
It was a great group of guys, but your previous partner, Suzanne, you put a little
Amazing.
salt on the dish. He was like, put a little salt on this dish, and I liked it. We're not going to go into it, but I liked your salt.
Good. Okay. Thank you.
You
Yeah,
feel me?
that was interesting. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try not to go into it too much
Can
because
I?
I get hate mail every time the two of us are mentioned in the same room. So, yeah.
Oh well,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Can I ask her a question? Can I ask her a question? Did you like
What?
the show?
Mhm.
Did you like the show?
Yeah.
Was it good? It was excellent. It was a great show. Your dad did awesome, huh? Your dad he did all right, or you think he did okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Just okay. Yeah.
They did
Your
okay.
toughest critic.
Okay, yeah, he did
We're
okay.
we're big
Yeah.
fans. She's gonna be your toughest critic, for sure.
Yeah.
There was definitely a lot of editing.
We think he did great.
What did she say?
She said there was definitely a lot of editing.
I believe you.
She's heard all the details many times over, so
Oh.
she knows that there was some stuff left
Oh.
out and
Well, when she
whatnot.
gets old
So,
enough, she can be our intern because I need a fact checker, and I know that
Yeah.
kids are a lot better at it than I am.
She knows the
My eyes
truth.
are old, but yeah, the editing on every show is intense, huh, Debbie?
yeah, and
Yeah.
you know
That's
that
what we
there's
hear.
only
We hear that a
it's got
lot.
to fit into a 2 hour span in this case, or an hour span. So they can't put everything in, or it would take forever. So, or you would see actions, you wouldn't get to see the characters, you wouldn't get to see that build up and the changes, and so I totally understand where they go with it. And I know that there's also, like we said earlier, they have to pay the bills. There's a narrative, so yeah,
Yeah,
makes sense,
yeah, but I think your episode should have been at least two hours or a 2-part.
right?
I really do.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah, with four of
Yeah,
them.
they could have maybe. I don't. We didn't know they were going to do 2 hour episodes. So when they told us, they did kind of sneak it to us that, hey, this is going to be a 2 hour episode. I got to be honest, we were like, "Ooh, we're so special. We're the 2 hour episode." And then the season came out, like every other one's a 2 hour episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we needed
So,
two
yeah.
2-hour episodes.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so what was your favorite part
Yes.
of this challenge that either we saw on TV or we didn't see on TV?
The camaraderie. I go back to because I had an experience that I thought was going to be very different the first time. Like I went in, as a lot of us do, I think, really gung ho to be like, but I'm going to not conquer this, dominate this, anything like that. It was just, I wanted to do well
Mhm.
for the show, for television. I wanted, for everybody who was watching, I wanted them to see something that they were like, wow, man, I didn't know you knew that, or that was so impressive you were able to do that. So I was really hustling and doing a whole bunch of stuff. And all of that made the cutting room floor for the narrative. Get it? So this one, and the worst part to that was just two people that do not match, and that happens. And I get it. There's no ill feelings. We were just two people that if we'd met at an office party or work or a social function, we still would not hang out. We would just, hello, nice to meet you, and go about our separate ways.
Right.
So it was really nice going into this one and meeting people that you could get along with, and joke with and laugh with and connect to
Mhm.
and feel close with. So I still talk to Chris probably daily, Danny quite often, Andrew in between his travels a good bit. So yeah, that's been my favorite part, is the aftermath and knowing that we're still connected.
Yeah, what a great group. It was a good group
Yeah.
for you guys. I had a question. I jump in there real quick.
Uh-huh.
So when you tapped out in the first time around, did you feel that this time around, like at your lowest? And did that like pull you through? Did you get that
No,
or no?
mentality. So I would tell anybody, I guess you guys have probably heard this before, I think it's headspace far more than skill.
Right.
So I did things that were a lot more skillful
Mhm.
the first time. As much as I hopefully contributed to this one, I did a lot of really big skill things on the first one but didn't manage headspace and, body, controlling myself. So going into this, I knew, as I kept saying, you can't sprint a marathon. That's what I tried to do. So I've got to, pace myself and jog and know that 21 days is going to happen no matter what. I don't need to cram it all into the first day. So I certainly slowed down. We still worked a lot, but took my time and paced and all that. The first time I'd gotten so bad, the reason that I had to leave wasn't anything. They tried, like on the beach. I'm skipping around, but on the beach, before they took me off on the stretcher, they were just going to try and run an IV. And if the IV worked and my headspace got back kind of where I knew where I was at and everything could be alert and oriented, then I might have been able to stay. So they put IVs in my left wrist and my right wrist on either side. They blew them out. And my elbows, they blew them out. And my knees and my ankles, they were literally like, we have no spot left that we can try and find a vein because the veins are just popping every time we touch them. So the reason that I had to go is because they had to give me sugar and electrolytes and all that. And I know they stated dehydration. I was drinking water, but we were drinking river water with no minerals, no electrolytes in it, nothing. So probably everybody, I think most of the survivalists, without giving a percentage, would agree with me that sometime while you're out there, you're going to get dizzy, you're going to get lightheaded, you're going to feel like you're about to black out. And that's just part of it. But that was, let me sit down in the shade for, 20 minutes and then I'll go back to it. So it's definitely cognizant of that and made sure that I paced myself and so that I could continue working. I looked.
And you had mentioned that a couple times, like your headspace, and you always looked cool and calm. Like we'd be out there 5 minutes, and okay, I gotta take a break. we'd be not okay. And the first 2 minutes, maybe.
My personal victory, my personal accomplishment above everything else can't be spoken on camera or really seen, but I can honestly tell you, not once. There wasn't a second, not a minute of a day, anywhere from beginning to end where going home entered my brain, where I thought maybe I could be, not once. So my headspace for this was very much like, this too shall pass. That was it. I expected, like, at some point you're going to be like, yeah, maybe I should just, not once.
That's good.
No. Well, that's good. I think the first challenge probably toughened you up and prepared you for the second one. You have such delicate skin. I've never met. He does. He has delicate because you're redhead, so you're more.
Right.
It's more serious for you.
Yeah.
But I do have one question. What makes people's brains out there? Because Andrew told me a little bit, like sometimes you get out there and you have these brain fogs. And I don't understand why when you were on your first challenge with that huge log that you spent hours chopping, why didn't y'all just drag it from one side instead of trying to pick it up? I don't get it. Okay, so I'm on to something, right? I saw that, right? It was in my eyes, it was like,
poor spot. Before, again, I don't want to say negative. I've said long since I'm done trying to like justify but in the edits, and people think when I say the edits were wrong, and they're like, oh, so that didn't happen. It did happen. What was edited out was probably a 20-minute conversation beforehand of, this is going to create a push fire. I'm going to have 2 different sections that I can do this with. And that means the firewood collection that we're having to do so much of can be eliminated. And mostly every single night that I was there, all 4 nights, I got up in the middle of the night and had to go collect firewood because we were out. So this was my solution. We're not going to have to do that anymore. Instead, I'll pull it through. It's exactly what we did in Africa. We had very long logs. We made a 3.5, 4 foot fire pit, and throughout the night we would just grab one and pull it over and we'd be good. So we had that discussion. Yes, I can do that. The distance we had to travel, the frustrating part from the distance we had to travel from either beach where we could get in the water and float it or to the camp was 20 yards, right? It was not far.
I
It
am
was too
so
far
smart.
for one person to do, right?
I am
As
so
we
smart.
saw,
I knew it.
we we got it off the ground. It was off the ground. It was, if you lift weights, sort of once you get to a lockout position, you're good. You can do the little duck walk and get somewhere. But it was dropped, and I know, again, personalities being different. I'm not talking trash. I'm sure in her mind she meant what she said. I was willing to do it until I decided it didn't feel safe for me. I'm not going to injure myself for you. I'm not going to injure myself and lose this challenge. I'm not going to go home because of something like that. So, no. So she picked it up and went, that feels too heavy. It's like, well, if you just help me roll it. Nope. We could just do like the little zigzag thing, each end at a time. Nope. It was like, it didn't matter what I had to say at that point. I don't want to do this. I didn't want to do it in the beginning. You said you were going to do all the hard work, and that I said I would try it. I tried it. I don't want to do it.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to go ahead and interrupt really fast to point out that Anthony's talking about his first challenge, his partner Suzanne. I didn't want any confusion, and we were supposed to be focusing on his second challenge, but somehow the first challenge just kind of crept in here. It wasn't on purpose, and hey, it happens.
So all of that work was for nothing. And that was a really frustrating part. And it's been kind of like, why would you do that? Because there was an agreement that we could accomplish this if we worked together. But the story of our episode was we could not work together on either end, probably from both of us at different times. So it failed. And that was it. But there was, I had already made, exertion wise, I'd made a couple of spears. I'd made a fishing gig. You would see those later on. That was my craftsmanship. I built the shelters twice. I put some traps out. I'd been out hunting and scavenging. I'd harvested cactus and brought it back and harvested some lizards. I had harvested a large wasp nest that we ate 18 larvae from. So there was a lot of exhaustion sort of from those things. And unfortunately, we didn't get to see those things. So no one knew that, hey, it wasn't the log. It was this dude took a stick and swung down a wasp nest about this big.
Yeah.
And
we know that you're a bad egg. They might not show it, but real fans know. I mean, they know that it's, there's a lot of things that they don't show, and people who watch the show a lot, they can read in between the lines. That's what I believe. I truly believe. Just like on your current season, I can read in between the lines, and I can tell that you were scared of those hippos. Like, I can't. Why were you so scared of the hippos?
Were they really close? Like, was Danny
we were
in danger?
very close to them. That was the scariest moment for us, because you realize not so much of the hippos, because I'm an animal lover, like ridiculous animal lover. So I tend to not have the sense to be terrified at the right times.
Right.
So I will go after snakes and go play with animals that you maybe shouldn't. So we hung out with them and got weirdly connected to the hippos as well. But at that moment, I'd just seen something else go under the water, closer up by where Danny was, the water, and I can't see him, which is why I'm having to scream, because I can't see the grass and papyrus is growing up, so you have no idea where he's at. But last time I saw him, he was knee deep in the water. If it was me, he would have gone further in the water, because I'm an idiot. So I would have been like, if you saw me knee deep, come back. I'm going to be waist deep, because why not? I feel safe. So that's all I could think is, all right, there's hippos in the water. What I saw go under wasn't a hippo, but what if that was a crocodile?
Right.
We are definitely not alone now. So there was a bit of, oh shit, I've got to get Danny out of the water, and I'm too far away to know where he's at or what he's doing. So just, the urgency was, Danny, get out of the water.
We were yelling at the TV.
Yeah.
And I kind of followed up with the cut out. But it was like, Danny,
Danny
was like, what? I'm like, get out of the water.
You
Like,
sounded
get out of
so
my
frantic.
Water. Get out.
It was cute.
So,
So
yeah.
I mean, I think that's why they showed it, because it was definitely cute. It was endearing. Like, you were so concerned about the hippos, so concerned about your partner. You were like, Danny was like, is it an emergency? And you were like, yeah, sort of. It was just, it was one of my favorite parts. I just thought it was so cute. You compared to the hippos. We're gonna start wrapping this up. Debbie, do you have another burning question for Anthony?
Well, I know I get you great time with the guys. Probably they weren't your what did you call it? The Swedish bikini girls you were hoping for.
Oh yeah, I remember
They're
that.
not gonna
Thank
be
you.
bikini coming your way.
Right.
But yeah, we enjoyed it. It was a great episode. I just want to throw that in there.
Yeah, we got mankinis instead
Mankinis,
of
yeah,
bikinis. So,
mankinis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had a lot of fun with the sausage fest innuendos.
yeah. It
right.
was fun.
That was one of the regrets too. We joked around a lot. Like there were a lot of bad dad jokes. There was a lot of comedy in there. And I was hoping maybe there would be some of that reflected more than just the Pizza Hut. There was a lot of these conversations going on, and I'm impressed. I'm impressed by the editors because they were able to do it because I did it. You guys know we do interviews with
Yeah.
them, right? Like, hey, this is what you think, and they lead you in some questions. So they would lead in with questions like, you seem to be all getting along, and you're able to kind of command some things, like have a little bit of a leadership role. It looks like, how's that working out? And it was like, the jokes were in everything. So very serious. It was like, this is a great team. We're all showing respect for each other. And sometimes you compromise. So when they told me, to stop impersonating flamingos, I had to put my foot down.
Oh,
How do
bam!
you get that out of the interview and keep the interview section? But they were able to do it. They were able to keep all the right parts and get rid of all my bad humor. And that's a little sad.
Yeah,
A
we would've
little
liked
birdie
that.
told me that you were very hilarious, very funny.
Or annoying, one of the two, but it kept me going. Laughter really does. When it's sucking, if you can laugh about it, it doesn't suck
Yeah,
so
it keeps
much.
you going.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
Awesome.
my last question to you is, I would have loved to have been in that Boma with all four of you. I really would have, but I can only imagine how bad that freaking Boma smelled. Were y'all some stinky guys?
Danny's gonna hate me for this, but he knows that we've talked about it. I think Chris and I, Andrew, we all got kind of like, I don't know, just the natural musk that you have. We didn't smell it anymore so much. Like I'm sure if
Yeah,
I
I'm used to it.
cuddled up under Chris's armpit, I would have, but we were just kind of, used to those odors. By 21, and it took a little while, but by 21, somewhere a few days before that, Danny had gone into like Sasquatch odor.
Oh.
Like there was a, my God, man, like how,
Singing his Wayne World music.
and I don't know if that was the jerky, the
Oh.
water, but I don't know. I don't remember when the odor started growing, but Danny's a very large man. It's odd because at his size, he's such a kind and kind-hearted person. But yeah, he won the award for the stink.
Fest.
He had definitely had some.
We'll have to tease him. We'll have
some
to tease him
odors.
about that one.
Well, I don't care how y'all smelled. I would have been right up in the Boma with you. And I would just love to have been there just to see it and experience. I thank you for giving us a view from the TV, but next time I want to be in the Boma with you, okay? So just
Yeah, I wish
sneak me in.
they'd show more up. That Boma was
It looked
amazing.
amazing.
We loved it.
Right when they
So,
showed it from the beginning.
it was an apartment.
Yeah, they had the
Yeah, it was at
refrigerator.
Boma.
They had the refrigerator, the heater.
Yep.
I mean, you had
We
everything.
did. I built a rocket stove, so we actually had a small kitchen because I made a rocket stove to boil water on. So the rocket stove is off to the side, the refrigerator over from that, the smoker from there, nice little seats that we were on. Rocks used as chairs. It was quite the pad. So
Nice.
we're currently renting it on Airbnb. You can find
We'll
it
check
for
it out. That's funny.
Yes.
Awesome.
I would like to see you back with a female. Just to be
Yeah.
real serious, I would like to see you back with a female because I know that you have it in you to work with a female, and I would like to see it.
Yeah, maybe.
I would like to do that as well, not for the Swedish bikini side of it, but for that. I feel like that first episode was such a, I want to correct from that. And I feel like doing it with female is another portion of that to correct, because there's going to be some of the people that are sending me this hate mail and are so against me are going to be like, okay, so he hates women. Not at all. Quite the opposite. Typically, it's easier for me to get along with women than it is for me to get along with guys. So I would like to have that opportunity to say, see, we can
From wrong. Mm-hmm.
get along. It wasn't this. It was just really, truly a case of two different types of people that could not find common ground.
Right. Well, hopefully we get a chance to see that soon.
Yeah, I hope so.
We'll start a
you know,
petition.
Yeah.
We'll start the petition because there
I'll
is
do
a
a little-
petition, and we'll also send it in to Meadow Flowers and Discovery that we want to see you back with us.
Yeah. I would absolutely love to do that. Maybe a 40-day starvation vacation. I'm down.
No?
Yeah. See, you lost me at starvation. 'Cause a girl needs to eat.
Yeah, she's an eater.
Yeah, we ate pretty good on this one, so I can't say what it'll be like the next time, but we managed beforehand,
Amazing.
before the big water butt kill, and of course after we managed. So
I didn't get to see you hunt a lot, I'm sorry, hunt or anything.
yeah, no,
I need to see that too because I know you have it in
Did
you.
you use the bow?
yeah. Well, they took some great shots of it. They followed us around. Chris hunted as well, and unfortunately. Again, time-wise, and with Danny's amazing kill, of course, that's got to be the spotlight. Undoubtedly, lifetime experience for him, life-changing experience for him. So, good on him. But yeah, we both had picked it up and wandered about. We were going for some smaller game at the time, birds and boar and things like that. But yeah, this is again. You don't dictate what's going to happen in the 21 days. The 21 days kind of dictates what's going to happen. And Danny was at the right spot at the right time and did the right things to make it happen. So
Amazing. I cried.
That lucky bastard. But anyway.
we were, a little part of us was like, damn.
Yeah, that lucky bastard. Okay, Debbie, we're going to wrap it up. Anything else before we go?
No, I'm good. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I thought
Thanks,
you were going
guys,
to
for
stand
having
me up. I thought you were going to stand me up, to be honest. It was kind of hard,
No.
He would leave me hanging. I was like, oh, God,
Never.
please don't break my heart. I really appreciate you showing up. It was a last-minute thing. He came through, and we're going to start that petition for you, and we can't wait to see you with another woman. I can't wait to see you with another
Fantastic.
woman. I've never said that before in my life. I can't wait to see you with another woman, but I mean it.
Right.
All right, well, thank you so much. You have a great one. Tell Kenzie we said bye.
Bye.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.